I got motion. Not the 4, not the 5, but the motion.
What is good with you boys? So we're gonna go ahead and get this video up out of the way for today. I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday. So this will be the last video of the week until Monday. Real quick, if you guys don't remember, last video I was saying how I got scammed out of these and these being reps. I did do some research, did a legit check on them, and the only thing that I actually saw was off besides the stitching and the glue and I think it was the stitching, the glue, the slight crease in the front with a squared off toe box a little bit, and the jack on the back looked like an eye. Apparently the originals actually do somewhat come with a messed up eye, kind of like Spider, how a lot of their print is messed up, but the eye is supposed to have a dash through them, so whatever. So they're not as bad as I thought they were. I gave them a B rating. And I give the other ones like a C to a D rating on quality. And like I said, the whole plan from yesterday was to just go ahead and get them moved, like start moving them around, see what I can do with them. I have been making some strides towards that. 2 people potentially that I was talking to. One of them also sells reps, so I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I could talk to him. We could do a trade or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he'll trade me some good quality reps for some like pretty low demand real shoes. And yeah, we're still in talks with that. I don't think I want to trade him. But then we got another guy that's selling some like rep Balenci's, and I was like, okay, I guess we can do something with that. I don't know. So we're in the talks with that, seeing where that goes. Did just get my first ever comment on one of these, or the part 2 version of one of these. So that's great. I can't really shout bro out. I didn't remember his username, but I did like his comment. So yeah, got my first ever comment on that. That's cool. I'm playing Dokkan, or not Dokkan, but Xenoverse right now. So if you guys see me looking at the screens, because I'm checking my lobby. Other than that, not really much to talk about besides we're just kind of waiting to see once again if I'm going to be going on vacation or not. If not, cool. If I am, cool. But the school year is about to start, so that might affect the way that my motion is being put out there. Yeah. And I was thinking about how I'm going to multiply my money once I get it from the car flipping. And it will most definitely be through day trading. I'll be real with you guys. You guys know my relationship with day trading. It's an on-off toxic relationship, but what can you do when she's the only girl that's in your face all the time? Secondly, speaking of girls, actually, I'm going to have to talk while I play. But speaking of girls, actually, I watched a video on Instagram last night, and it had me thinking. Let me turn this volume down. And it had me thinking, damn, I really need a girlfriend. But not in the way like I need one just to have one. It's more of like a building kind of thing, like how I used to be, where I was like, I want to build a relationship and all that. So I'm on my maturity level, I guess, of where I'm thinking it's about time to start building on something long term instead of just messing with females every once in a while, which I was never one to do that in the first place. But I mean, you know, I don't know. It's just a guy thing, I guess. I don't know. It might be a girl thing too. You get like that wanting to settle down thing. But I'm also 21, just now turning 21 in a few months, or in what, like 2 months, 1 month really now? No, it's 2 months. But I'm just now turning 21, and I'm starting to get these thoughts already. And I'm like, yeah, maturity is hitting me like a ton of bricks. Next thing that has nothing to do with what we've been talking about, but I've been practicing dunking, boy. Me and my buddy been practicing dunking almost every day or every other day, so that we don't get like crazy muscle fatigue. The first time I started dunking, my forearm, like I kept ripping the rim. I'm a very like Westbrooky kind of dunker, and when I say that, I mean like I jump off of one leg and I'm beating the rim. And I felt like I got some nerves damage or something because my wrist, like I couldn't fully ball my hand up for like 2 days. It felt weird to do. Like I was getting my strength limited. So like I said, I feel like I had caused some nerve damage. So I stayed away from dunking for a bit. Came back to it yesterday. Hit my first ever successful windmill, boy. That was tough. I ain't gonna lie. Now, don't get me mixed up. I'm not out here yamming crazy dunks yet. I mean, yesterday I kind of was. I'm not gonna lie. But it's gotten to the point of where I was able to, since I'm a one leg jumper, I was able to like cradle the ball from where I normally dunk at and like windmill off top. So it wasn't a full like straight up off vert just hey, but it kind of was at the same time. It was weird, but that was definitely an accomplishment. Almost got my first ever contact dunk. But it didn't count as a dunk because I didn't, yam it. It was more of me like grabbing it in the air and putting it back. Almost got my first ever contact. Then I almost got my first ever lob attempt, but the dude kept fouling me on the way up, so I didn't even want to risk it. Risk injury because a few days ago, or not a few days ago, but a few weeks ago, I had just come from an ankle injury from playing basketball at my house. So we play with the kids around our block. There's like 6 or 8 of us. We just run basketball, and it's great cardio for me. And yeah, great cardio for me, great cardio for them. And they get to practice, I get to practice. So yeah, and we usually just do a bunch of shenanigans. I'll be real, but yeah, that's pretty fun, pretty cool. Like I said, I'm going to be practicing workouts to help my legs, hopefully. And if I get lucky, I'll be able to set up a basketball, like a little session with my boy that I haven't hooped with in a minute. Ty, he used to be my big man, big burly black man, bro. That dude's huge, but yeah, hopefully I can set something up with him. We can go ahead and hoop. It's been like months. Like it's had to be like 4 months by now since we last talked and actually had a hoop session. Probably longer than that because I had my Tesla around that time, and that was about what 3-4 months ago. So it had to be about 5-6 months ago. Damn, no flipping, nah. But it was December though. It was dang, bro. Or it wasn't December. It was snowy during that time. So I don't know. That's kind of crazy though. But yeah, they invited me out to church yesterday. I did decline out of reasoning. I'm not gonna say, but actually, nah, I could say this. This is my journal. I might as well. So the reasoning behind it was every time I go to that church, it's kind of weird. It's not that the people there are weird per se, but the people there are kind of weird. So, and I mean like weird as in it's kind of racial, kind of weird. Like it's some like get out kind of weird stuff. Like, and yeah, nah. Last time I went, it was some shenanigans. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, I'm not gonna go again unless like I have a guarantee that there's not gonna be any weirdness, and you can't really guarantee that. So they invited me to play basketball. I turned it down. Hit them with a hell nah. And they told my boy Ty, they were like, yo, bro, Cooper's gonna be there. You should pull up. They lied to him. I was not gonna be there. He went and he texted me. He was like, yo, you pulling up? I was like, what are you talking about? I said, nah, I'm not pulling up. He was about pissed as hell. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, like I said, bro, hopefully we can get that set up. That's really my main goal as of right now. Staying athletic, staying versatile in my exercises. You guys know I'm doing biking as well, almost daily. I also did see my package was delivered yesterday. I got to get that out of there before I forget about it. But yeah, I'm trying to keep my cardio up as well as my strength training, which in my case, strength training would be basketball, where I'm practicing leg strength, and biking, leg strength, because I feel like I have a decent upper body, pretty good upper body strength in general. And I think that just comes from me being a negro, and and also I used to play football a lot, so my upper body is pretty strong, my lower body is pretty strong, but I'm wanting to tone it, and I'm wanting to get more explosive like I used to be back when I was high jumping. But I haven't worked out in a bit, like a genuine good workout with weights. So yeah, there's only so much I can do. So it's more of like not calisthenic work, but I guess plyometrics, you can say, where I'm doing like balance training, strength training, and body weight exercises. So I guess kind of calisthenics at the same time. So yeah, today, like I said, I got some box jumps I got to do, some kneeling jumps I got to do, some, I think they're called no, they're not pistol squats. They're Bulgarian split squats. I got to do some of those too. What else I got to do? calf raises. I love calf raises. I've been doing that for the longest. Gotta do some calf raises. Probably just do a lot of stretching, bro. Because I do notice that, like, I am getting in the age of where I need to start stretching, or it's going to be, like, detrimental to my health later down the road. And yesterday was the first time I think I had ever stretched before playing, and I played probably the best when it comes to slashing that I have in a minute. So it shows for itself. What I'm going to start doing also is yoga more. Yoga and stretching before sleep. I need to get back into doing my push-up regimen where I used to do like 20 push-ups per night of varying difficulties depending on what, how long I've been doing it. But usually it used to be I would do 10 diamond push-ups, 10 archer push-ups, and then I started off doing like normal push-ups and it would just swap up. And eventually it got to the point where I was doing, I think, just straight up 15 archer push-ups, which if you don't know what that is, I can't really visualize it right now, but it's where you lean to one side of your chest and you kind of go like this. So it's like one-handed, but assisted. I had gotten to the point where I was also doing one-hand push-ups as well, but it was like maybe 3 or 4 of them. I don't think it was anything crazy. So yeah, I'm dead. But yeah, I was getting to the point where I could do archer push-ups as well, with the one-handed push-ups. So hopefully I can get back there. I do have a weighted vest in my closet. I need to get some use back in with that. And like I said, other than my physical well-being, I don't really have a goal as of now besides waiting. The longer I wait, I know the longer I'll have, or the better chances I'll have of selling some items that I need to be sold. So yeah, I'm waiting on that too. Like I said, we're gonna have to see what Monday provides. Today I might have another shipment come in from eBay with shoes, hopefully. If not, then it is what it is, but that's hopes. So anyways, that's it for today. I love you guys, and I will check you guys in the next video, hopefully when I have more attention on the actual camera and I'm not actually just staring at a screen and button mashing while I'm talking to you guys. But I love you guys, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.